Yeah, good morning. It's Jim from JAGfx.com. It is Saturday, the 26th of August, 2023. This is my weekly analysis video where we go over all the pairs, the Forex pairs. I'm trading on the daily time frame using the high probability and divergence trading methods from my books. Now, this has to be a world record for me. It's 4:33 a.m. local here. 4:33 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Slept too much last night and woke up early, so I thought I might as well get my video done as soon as the market's closed. So the market's only closed 33 minutes ago and we're into it. All right, it's been a pretty quiet sort of week, but we'll go over it in a minute. First up, thanks for watching the videos. If you do like them, please hit the like, subscribe button. As I always say, they're not the greatest videos to watch, they're not the most entertaining, but as long as I get the message across and we get a few things achieved, then all good. So normally we start with the news for the week ahead. So let's bring up the Forex Factory Economic Calendar, free Forex Factory Economic Calendar. Good thing about it is you can set up filters to suit what news events you want to look at. For me, it's just a high impact event. So they're the ones in red. The ones you see in grey are normally holidays. So, and the good thing is it's in my local time. I'm in Cambodia, so this is all in Indochina time. Just makes life a lot easier. So having a look ahead, Monday, just a holiday to the UK. Not sure what that's for. Tuesday, just some talking heads out of Aussie, US, S&P, CS Composite, no idea what it is. CB, consumer confidence, job openings. If you want to know what any of these are, all you do is come over and click on this little yellow box here and it opens up a information box there, shows you what it is and how it affects the markets, etc. Not something I read that often, but if you're curious, then that's where the information is. Wednesday, CPI numbers out of Australia, prelim CPI numbers out of Germany, Spain, US, ADP non-farm employment change, and prelim GDP out of the US. Thursday, all US core PC price index and unemployment claims. And Friday, which is the first Friday of the month, CPI numbers out of Switzerland and GDP out of Canada, and the non-farm payroll numbers or the employment numbers or unemployment rate out of the US. Canada's obviously going to wait another 7 days. Normally they go hand in hand first Friday in the month, but it's just the US because it's early in the month, actually September the 1st, so it's as early as you're going to get. But that's probably the biggest news for the week, the non-farm payrolls out of the US. So just be careful there. So that's it for the news. Pretty quiet week actually until Friday. But this is only scheduled or news by appointment, so just be careful of other news that comes out, whether it be something from left field. There's plenty happening in the world at the moment, as we all know. All right, now before we get into it, let's have a look at a Word document. I just got to find out where it is. Here it is here. Most of you guys and girls that are watching these videos have read my book, so you understand all the settings and that. But for those that don't or are a little bit confused, just have a read of this Word document. It just explains the different settings, the different colors, all the different lines, etc. on the charts. Generally, I go through them, so I explain as I go along. But here's your 3 moving averages. These are the settings. The QMP filter, that's just the red and green dots on the price chart. Pretty straightforward. Red basically means sell or bearish. Green or blue means bullish or buying. Grey vertical lines are normally warning signals that something's possibly happening soon. Stop losses are red dotted lines. When you see green dashed lines, they're generally big numbers. The main indicator is the bottom indicator below the price chart, MACD Platinum. It's just a zero lag MACD. Oscillates around a zero level, and generally I'm looking to sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. So sell when it's above the zero level and buy when it's below the zero level. That's the gist of it, the gist. So you can just pause the video or take a screenshot of that and have a read of that. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing too earth-shattering, and I'm always happy to answer any questions. So if anyone's got any questions at all, and everyone's more than welcome to join any of the JAGfx social media sites. So we've got the Facebook group, where I think there's over 8,000 members, Telegram channels, and Matt from Family Man's Discord channel. So anyone's more than welcome to join any of them, and that's all. The links to them should be in the description of the video. With regards to the Discord channel, you actually have to contact me and request an actual invite link. The link's only valid for 7 days or something, but it's a bit of a strange setup. All right, let's get on to the charts if I can find them. Let's go back here, and they'll be here. All right, I use TradingView. This is TradingView for all my analysis. Most of my trading is done in MT5 these days, or prop firm accounts. So TradingView is just easy to write notes and stuff and keep watch lists, and there's a few little advantages of TradingView. I could live without it. It's not the end of I don't need it, but it just makes life a little bit easier. All right, I've got a watch list on the right. This watch list has been adjusted slightly. It's not all 28 pairs. It's just a sample of pairs. So I can show you trade examples, both setup and trade management. Any new trade setups called at the time on the day. So for me, the new daily candles at 4 a.m. local. I generally don't get out of bed till about 6:30, so 2.5 hours later. I have a look at the signal. Then if it's a buy or sell signal, I'll call in the groups, take a screenshot of that trade setup and share it with all the groups. There's no 3 days later, this is what I would have done. This is all at the time, all very transparent. Same applies to any trade management. It's all called at the time and shared in all those groups I mentioned before. And all the trade screenshots go into a shared folder that everyone's got access to. And there's, I don't know how many's in that shared folder now. There'd be, well, easily over 1,000, but probably multiple thousands, I don't know. Been doing it for a few years now. All right, let's have a look. As I said, this is the watch list on the right. It's in alphabetical order. You'll see it highlighted in various colours. Light blue means there's trade or trades on. Some trade management's taken place. Dark blue means there's a trade on, no action taken. No highlight means no trades on. And highlight in orange means I want to talk about something in this video about it. Now, the good thing about TradingView is when it closes on a Friday, it actually shows you exactly what's happening on Monday. So I know if there's any new trades or any new trade management, and I can tell you that there is nothing new for Monday morning, all right? So there's no new trade setups and there's no trade management. So let's get into it. Alphabetical order, we'll start with the AusCAD. You'll see notes on my chart. Generally the notes on the right refer to the most recent trade. Sometimes there'll be multiple trades on. In this case it's a sell and it's a buy. So you'll see the latest trade here is the buy. You'll have the pair, the date, the signal, and my thoughts on that trade. That's what I post every day when I actually post a trade setup. So this was taken on the open of this candle or close to it, which was the 24th of August, and you can see it's gone straight against me already. Stop and place down here. This is the buy, obviously in blue. Now there is a sell, an old sell trade from the 20th of July, which is here. Generally I'll get rid of the notes that involve that trade because it's already been and gone, and all you'll see on the chart is the trade signal and the trade management. So there's the trade management there. There's a stop and place on the sell. The trend is down. I want to try and I'm not in a hurry to close that trade as long as the trend's down. And in the meantime, took this buy with a stop and place there. Now here's the trend lines. This represents green, which is bullish, and this one is regular bullish divergence. So it's a high risk trade against the trend, and you can read that. So that's AusCAD looking okay on the sell. The good thing is having that sell, partial sell still in play. Can't lose on that. So if the buy, say, rolls over and takes out my stop, it's not the end of the world. I've still got this trailing this sell down. So if you're serious about trading, you want to get on a platform or set up platforms where you can trade, buy and sell at the same time. It's just handy sometimes. All right, so that's the AusCAD looking okay there. Aus-Swiss, this is a new pair to the list. The last signal was this buy trade here. Read my notes there. Again, high risk trade. Look at the trend is down. Look at the moving average is down. So we're not exactly hitting the low hanging fruit here. The stop and place there, it went in my favor initially, but it hasn't gone. It's come back down to the entry level roughly, and the MACD platinum's close to the zero level, just about pushing through now. So yeah, I'm two minds. I'll just let it play out a couple of days and see how we go, but it's not looking that flash. Just, yeah, as I said, it's a high risk trade, so you'll see my notes sometimes. Just watch the risk percentage. So, for example, if you normally risk 2% on a trade, like the sell trades here, they'd be worth going full on. But these buy trades against the trend, you might want to drop down the risk percentage, say to 1% or something like that. All right, Oz Japanese yen. This one's a bit messy. Well, the good thing is we're in the sell from over here, so we'll just move all this over a bit so I can read it all. Let's have a look. So that's the 21st. So it's this one here. So 21st of June, took a sell. There's some trade management there. Can't lose on the sell, so that's good. Took a buy here, which is on the 14th of July, stopped out for a full loss. So not looking that good, but looking for a re-entry. Took the re-entry here on a green MACD platinum dot below the zero level. The buy signal is still valid. See the green dots, a little bit QMP filter dots, a bit hard to see, but it's in there. Still valid. I took the buy there. In hindsight, I probably should have waited till it broke this trend line. I didn't. Then it went against me. Now normally I'd close the buy trade on an opposite QMP filter dot, but I didn't because we had initially had hidden bullish divergence followed by regular bullish divergence there. So I want to, and I had this sell trade on still in play, so I want to just see how it played out, and it's just gone sideways. So we're still in the buy, and there's been another green dot on the MACD platinum below the zero level. So I could load up another buy trade there if I wanted to. We've got the support level on price, so it could be worth a shot. But the yen pairs have been tough to trade, so I'm just playing it safe at the moment. So basically I've got a sell on that can't lose and a buy on that's against me. So I'm in sort of no man's land on the Aussie yen at the moment. There's my notes. You can read about it there. I've mentioned it a few times already. Aussie USD, it's highlighted in orange. It's highlighted for a reason. All right, now a couple of reasons. Right, in the sell from the 20th of July, and here we've got an opposite QMP filter dot on the 24th of August. Now, normally I take that buy there, but what I'm doing is I'm closing the sell. So I close the sell for a good profit, and I'm removing this from the watch list. It's been on the Aussie USD is an easy pair to trade, so it's probably pointless me having the Aussie USD, the Oz CAD, and the Euro USD, because they all tend to move the same, all on the same watch list. So I'm just swapping it out and probably consider it swapped out with the either Oz Swiss or the Oz New Zealand. Just want to change it up a bit. So that's a valid buy signal. I didn't take it because I'm removing it from the watch list. All I did was leave it on here on the video to show you guys that it was closed for a profit to sell, and I'm removing from the watch list. So this will be the last time you see it for a while, but it's a good win on that sell. So that's the Aussie USD. Euro AUD, this has been added to the watch list, and this basically inversely goes with the Aussie USD, inversely correlated. So if the Aussie's going down, this will be normally going up. So we took a sell on the 23rd of August. It was a high risk trade against the trend, and this green line here is the 1.7 level, just a big round number. As you can see, price got to it and stalled a bit. So we had this regular bearish divergence and this big round number, and so I took the sell trade. Initially went in my favour, but it's now come back towards the entry level, and the MACD platinum's getting closer to the zero level. So just be careful, just watch it for a day or two, see how we go. Euro pound, took a buy on Friday, stop and place there. MACD platinum below the zero level, which is good, and I like this big support level on price. So it's basically a triple bottom there. 1, 2, 3. It's probably a round number, is it? 85. Yeah, about 85-cent level. Round number, I guess you could say too. So there's a buy. It was a high risk trade again because look at the trend. The trend's heading down, bit sideways action, but I'm always going to take these trades when you've got big support and resistance levels, especially on the daily time frame. Looking good. MACD platinum below the 0 level. Euro yen highlighted in orange means I want to talk about it. Very similar to the Aussie. What I'm doing is I was in a buy from the 23rd of March all the way back here, and eventually got this opposite QMP filter dot, which I've had a few obviously, but this one here, I'm removing it from the watch list, closed the buy for a nice profit. So that's what's that? That's a good profit. These are the trades you look forward on the daily chart. So, you know, by the time I closed it, that's 1,400 pips. So that's all good. Good result. And that's going to be removed from the chart. So it's euro yen gone. I've got the pound yen, so no need for the heavy correlation. So the euro yen's gone, and that was a valid sell signal, and there is regular bearish divergence, but I'm removing it from the charts. Euro USD, we're still in a sell from 21st of July, and it's still heading down. Broke this previous low. It's marked by this aqua light blue line on the chart. In the meantime, we've got more divergence forming. So initially here we had hidden bullish divergence. Now we've got prices going down. The MACD's not following it. So now we've got regular bullish divergence. So it's the old 1, 2. So if I get a buy signal here, I'm taking it. The MACD platinum's below the 0 level. There's already been a green dot on the MACD platinum, as you can see, the grey vertical line. Can't lose on the sell. So the object of the game now is to wait for a potential buy signal. I'm not sure. Price can keep on going down. Who cares? I've got a sell on, and to trail this sell, just to trail the stop, probably down to these lows here, somewhere in there. We get the buy signal. So looking good on the Euro USD. Pound Aussie highlighted in orange. This old trade from 7th of Feb. It's back here. I'm closing that out as I remove this pair from the watch list also. So that's a good winner. Let's have a look at the result on that. This is the ones you live for, these trades. So where we closed there, 2,100 pips, give or take. All good. So that's a good win, good result. That's only a partial. Already closed half somewhere in no man's land. But closing that was a sell. New sell signal there, high risk trade against the uptrend. Obviously, the trend's been up. That's the ones you want to cash in on. So that's been removed from the watch list after a very good win on that. So it's a pound Aussie. Right, pound Swiss highlighted in orange. Wonder why. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. All right. And give me a bit of grief this pair recently, but we're going to keep it on the watch list. We're not removing it. So let's have a look. What are we doing here? Took a buy in here, which is on the 31st of July. So that's this notes here. Here's my trade management. Now, I initially just moved my stop up. So this initial stop would have been down below this low here, this big support level here. Would have been below there. And I've dragged it up initially, probably below that low, or maybe that low. Where did I bring it up? 18th of August. So let's have a look at the 18th of August. Yeah. So we got up here, it was just going nowhere. I dragged the stop up to about this level, reduced my risk, and then the 22nd of August, I closed half. So I'm reckoning here somewhere, yep, on the open of this candle, closed half and dragged my stop up nice and tight. This is on the buy, this buy here. It was just going nowhere fast. The MACD platinum was already through the 0 level. Price was at the moving averages, had this bearish candle. Just wasn't looking good, so I took some action. And in hindsight, it was a smart thing to do because a day later, bang, candle went through and stopped me out. So that's the reason it's highlighted in orange. I was stopped out on the 23rd of August for a tiny overall profit. So for me, it's a break-even trade. So on the buy, closed out, break-even. In the meantime, took this sell 24th of August. MACD platinum above the 0 level. We've got this sort of resistance level on price, and the MAs are starting to go to the downside, and for 2 days it's gone in my favour. So it's looking pretty good on the sell. Stop and place up there. I just leave this buy on the charts for the video to show you guys. I'll tidy it up once I finish the video. So that's the pound Swiss out of the buy for a break even basically, and now only in a sell trade that's looking okay so far. Pound yen in a sell trade, going nowhere fast. I've tidied up the chart. There was lots of attempts and trades here, but it was tough to get in on the buy side because the MACD platinum just wasn't getting below the 0 level at all. Probably blew a chance to go long here and stay long, like the euro yen, I guess. But now we're trying to go against the trend, high risk trade, regular bearish divergence. You can see my notes there. You see how it goes, stop and place, going nowhere fast. New Zealand CAD, got a couple of trades on. All right, we've still got this sell from the 19th of July, which is here. There's my trade management there, stop and place, can't lose on that. So that's all good. So we're running sort of the AusCAD and the New Zealand CAD, and there's a fair bit of correlation between them, and you'll see similar movements, but I like both pairs. They're just slow grind sometimes, but they're pretty kind when it comes to trade results on both. All right, so we've got now, I've just extended that low here. You can probably consider that a part of it there. So the sell's looking good. Can't lose on the sell. In the meantime, I took this buy on the 23rd of August. High risk trade against the trend. You've got support level here on price, so it's worth a shot, especially with the sell, no lose sell on. So again, if it's gone against me, it's no big deal. If it keeps on rolling down, takes out my stop, that means I'm winning on the sell trade. So it's not the end of the world, and the sell trade will help offset the loss there. That's New Zealand CAD. Sell's looking good, buy's not looking so good. USD CAD. Last signal was this sell here. MACD platinum above the 0 level. There's divergence there. Regular bearish divergence. Actually, that is hidden bearish divergence. Why have I written regular? My bad. That's I've been pretty crook for the last 2 weeks or so. I'm just starting. I'm probably about 90% now. So, yeah, I made a few mistakes. I noticed in my notes and stuff, but yeah, I was a bit delusional at times and stuff. All right, that is hidden bearish divergence. You can see higher highs on the MACD platinum and lower highs on the. Yeah, I think I even called this as a buy trade on the day, so yeah, I wasn't at my best, obviously. All right, the stop's up here. The stop has been threatened, but Friday it's starting to drop down a little bit, so hopefully it'll keep on rolling over. If not, we get stopped out. That's the USD CAD. Sorry about that mistake. USD Japanese yen, very similar to USD CAD. It's all USD this week. You'll see in a minute. I'll show you the chart. But the difference between the CAD and the yen is the yen I've still got a buy trade on. So that's from the 20th of July, and we've already closed half and dragged the stop up. Can't lose. Generally, I'll try to trail the stop between the 50 and 100 moving averages. It probably should be below this low here, but I've just gone a little bit higher. And we've got the sell here. Look, it broke the high, this previous high here. I draw this line here. It's broken through it, came back down. I used it for support, bounced off it, came back to it, support again, and going up. I don't know. You know how resistance turns into support, support turns into resistance. And look, we're heading up towards a stop on the sell. Not the end of the world though, because I've got this buy on, so that helps. Just makes life a little bit easier for me. But ideally, I'd like to see this roll over to the downside and be profitable on both trades. That's the ideal scenario. MACD platinum above the 0 level. No real divergence there. You could probably, yeah, very Australian. All right, gold, XAU USD. Got a bit happening here. Got a sell trade still from the 24th of July and some trade management there, so I can't lose on the sell. It's all a bit sideways there, so we're just trying to put that as more as insurance or protection. We got the previous low here. Price didn't exactly power through it, and we've got this buy signal here, which we had to take, which makes sense. MACD platinum below the 0 level. We're sort of stuck between the 2000 and the 1800 level. That's these green lines here. So we're sort of in no man's land. And yeah, going nowhere fast on the buy. And we've got a sell we can't lose on. So it's not too bad, but it's just not really taking off. That's gold. Right, next three, just more out of curiosity. Shits and giggles, as I say. US dollar. These are all the valid signals, buys and sells. It's just like any chart. I was actually looking to trade this week, but I'm just having problems with all of my platforms I have got open at the moment that I'm trading, including some prop firms that none of them actually offer this pair. So I'm going to have to find another, go back to one of my old ones. But yeah, it's the US dollar. We had the sell signal here, and straight away the next day, Thursday, which bang, it's completely opposite direction. And we broke this previous high here on Friday. So there's what this US dollar is up against. There's the 6 currencies. All right, US 500, which is a stock market, basically did the same as the US dollar. The correlation there. Signal was a buy, then bang, Thursday was this big bearish, the opposite. So we had a sell up here. The last one, I had to add the new charts, add a new chart, change it because the old one I was using just ran out of data for some reason. So we haven't got many trade signals on here. But that was a buy, the last one. Nice support level there, or potential hidden bullish divergence. Definitely a support level. And yeah, it's not going anywhere fast. Friday came back up a little bit. Bitcoin, BTC USD, after the big drop, down towards the 25,000 level. It's sort of just stagnating, just holding ground, what do you call it, holding fort? I don't know. Going nowhere fast, so it's just going sideways. And the last, we've got a green dot on the MACD platinum below the 0 level, so looking to buy next, obviously. There's been some previous divergence there. Yeah, Bitcoin. All right, that's it for the charts, boys and girls. Just come on 5 a.m. I might have a coffee. Let's have a look. I'll bring this Word document up. Where is it? There it is. So if you want to read of that, like I said, if you do like the videos, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you've got any questions or you just want to discuss anything trading, just hit me up in any of the groups or even private if you wish, or by email. It's no problems. And there was a bit of banter during the week in the Telegram channels about people being approached privately from other members. Now, generally, if people's approaching you, most times, probably 8 times out of 10, it's going to be a scam. They're going to be trying to groom you for something, build your trust, etc. If you're having problems with people like that, just private message me and I'll remove them from the groups if I can identify them. If it's just someone reaching out to you to have a friendly chat, there's no problems with that. I'll leave it with the person who receives the message to make a decision whether they contact me or not. All right. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe wherever you are. We've got the whole weekend in front of us because this is the earliest I've ever done a video on a Saturday morning. Coffee time, and I might go back to bed later, and then I haven't had a beer for a couple of weeks. So I might go watch my football team play and enjoy a Saturday night in the town, the booming metropolis of Campot. There's about 15 bars here, and that's about it. All right, enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you good folk during the week. Cheers.